All right, everybody. Time for another unboxing video and impressions of my new favorite watch brand. Yeah, I bought one, and then I bought another one, and then I bought a third. I'm going to hold off on any more for a while until the one I'm waiting for is a very specific model that I'm hoping they make at some point. I guess we'll find out. But anyway, I am loving the shit out of these guys' watches. So we've got their GX1 in Venom Yellow. Did a review of that. The one that kicked it off for me was the Rebel DDC in the Panda with orange. Loving it. Probably the most interesting watch that I own. And now we got this new one. So let's see what we've got. I'm not going to go through the whole spiel about the company. Go watch my other videos. I'm going to keep this one, I think, short and to the point. Like all the others, you get a nice little welcome package. There'll be a picture of the Chaz and care guides and company mission statement, cleaning instructions, warranty informations. This is a limited run of 500. Ooh, let's keep that one out. That's cool. My authenticity, it is accurate to 5 seconds per day. We'll go into the specs and all that stuff in a minute, but I didn't realize that one was only limited to 500 pieces. Interesting. All right, so which one did we go with this time? We open up the box. Ta-da! What do we have? Another microfiber. Very nice. And then we've got one that's a little bit smaller. Might be a little bit better on the wrist for some people. The box is really nice. It's awesome with a quilted pillow top and all this stuff. Go watch the other videos. Like I said, I'm going to save some time on this one. Let's just get right into it. So this one's a 42 mil, which should be about the size of wrist check. What I'm wearing right now is my Orient, because I wanted these two on the table. Otherwise, I'd be wearing the Liv. So what we have here, this model is called, so this is the GX1. This is the GX1-A. A stands for awesome. No, actually, I think it stands for automatic. And that is an automatic. So let's go ahead. I got the leather band. This one is called Cobalt. I think it's Cobalt or Cobalt Blue or something like that. Actually, it looks really good. I wanted one that's a little bit different. These other ones have rubber straps, a little more sport watchy kind of vibe to them. I wanted something that was still sport watch, but maybe just a little smaller and toned down and dressy. So let's go ahead and take off the protective films. So this one's a little bit smaller, but it's not too small. I was worried they have a 41 mil model. I'm glad I didn't go with that because that would be too small for me. People that like smaller wrists, go check out the 41 mil diver in ocean blue. Oh my God, that thing is freaking gorgeous. So let me go ahead and take off my Orient, which also, nice watch. Under $200, I think it's beautiful. Go check those out. Also an automatic with an open back and stuff like that. But we're here to talk about one of Chaz's creations here. So this one, let me get my fingerprints off the dial so we can do a little close-up action here. This is an automatic. It uses, they say it's an Elabore grade 26 joule Swiss automatic movement with a 42-hour power reserve. So you've got the cool, oh, that's underneath. That's not a sticker on the, like it is on the back of those. So that's actually on the movement, which is kind of cool. Get their logo on there. So this is a 26 joule automatic movement. It is a limited edition. It has a screw down crown. I'm going to need to set the time and date on this, so that's nice. It is 100 meter water resistant. 316L stainless steel case, quite a bit lighter. This is only 85 grams, which is nice. 42 mil case diameter, case height is 11.6, so this one is going to be a bit more dressy. Sit on the watch a little thinner. I mean, yeah, it's about the same damn thickness as that Orient. That Orient looks slim. This looks chunky, like it's going to be in the pictures, so it's going to be a little bit of a big boy, but it's not. I mean, you can see how much smaller it is than the GX1. So for folks that have smaller wrists where the GX1 is just a little too big, reminds you of like some of those Invicta giant watches, except please don't conflate the quality of an Invicta with this. This is light years ahead of anything. But as far as the size goes, it's really nice. I like that cobalt, almost that dark titanium look. I think it looks really good with the leather belt. I'm sorry, the leather band. You can't see it much in this lighting, but the threads on the stitching is actually like a dark blue, which in the sun you'll pick that up. I love the alligator skin kind of print. This is a genuine leather. It does use 22 mil, and it does use quick disconnects, which is fantastic. So if you want to get a rubber band for it, this is one that, you got 100-meter water resistance, but then I'm like, well, I'm not going to wear it in the shower because then the strap gets all soggy. Maybe you do it once so that it'll take a set to your wrist. That's probably not a bad idea. But no chronograph on this one. These ones are both chronographs. As far as Lume goes, let's see how much, let's see how bright it gets. All right, this is a stupid bright flashlight. My O-light. I'm going to put it on turbo mode. Hold on. Oh, for fuck's sake. I can't even look at that thing. Even the reflection is blinding. This thing will start a fire if you put it too close to something when it's on turbo mode. As far as Lume goes, ooh, it's a nice blue Lume. Now, I've heard that the Lume only lasts like an hour or two. I don't care because I take my watches off at night. To me, this is not a huge deal. The room's a little bright. It's not really showing it off, but it's a nice blue Lume. That's actually kind of cool. Screw down on the top here. The back are screws, so not screw in, more like screw out. This is an automatic. It's the only one I've got from them, so this is one that I'm not as crazy about automatics because, you got to get them serviced and all that kind of stuff, and so I'll have to see who they recommend. I'm assuming any jeweler that can work on a Rolex or a Breitling or anything like that, I could take it up to Demo up in Gainesville, and they could probably do the service after 5 years or, whenever it needs it. Beautiful watch. Let's put it on the wrist. It's nice and light. I love the band. I think the band adds a bit of class to it. So I am going to dampen the leather a little bit because it's a little bit stiff. It's going to need to break in. And then what I'll usually do is put it on one of these cushions and kind of strap it down tight because it'll force it to take that curve and let it dry overnight, and then it'll be awesome. Right now it's pressing on my wrist a little bit, but that is not abnormal for a brand new padded leather. It's going to take a little bit to break in. You just got to wear it and let it take that set to the curve of your wrist. But that is beautiful looking. You've got dual loops here. Like, that is nice because it's a little smaller. It's got some blue. Again, we'll try to put the light. Let's see if we can get the light a little brighter. Let's see. That's too bright. God, I can feel the heat a mile away. Okay, there. See how that blue starts to really come out and pop? There's some really cool elements on the dial itself. You got that stadium view, that texture, just that 3D effect, man. It's all about the dial on these things. They just have awesome designs. I like the knurled crown. It's got that little anodized line on it. Really, really nice. It's just a stiff strap. That is the only, and it's not an issue. It's just, I've got to soften this thing up. So I'm going to sit here and do this for a little while and kind of get it to flex a little softer. But already I can tell, yeah, this is already kind of loosening up. So really nice. That is the perfect size. I think for most people, these are going to be big. I mean, that one's a good bit bigger. That's a whole lot bigger, right? That's a big, chunky watch. Fine for a guy that's almost 6'4" like me, but for a lot of folks that are kind of more sensitive to size, at like the 39 to 42 maybe is on the higher side, the 42, that's perfect. It's right there with my Orient. It's about the same thickness, but where this is much more elegant. This is more of a dress watch. This is much more of a sport. Hey, I'm going to jump in the pool, whatever. But it's still nice enough that I wouldn't think if you were wearing a suit, having the nice leather band, the subdued with just, the blue and the little orange highlights, I wouldn't think that this would look too fancy or too sporty to wear with a suit or somewhere formal. I like that it can kind of go both ways, where this looks a little off if you're wearing like ripped t-shirt and t-shirt and ripped jeans, right? If it's casual, you're going to want something more along the lines of these or a G-Shock or, you know, something like that. This is definitely a dress watch. This is a sport watch, but it's not so utilitarian like a G-Shock where it doesn't really look good in a suit. This is a nice middle range that can go either way, Katie. So very impressed. I like the size of it. It's just right. It's comfortable. It's quite a bit lighter. And I think as soon as I get this band softened up, it is just going to fit like a glove, and it's going to be awesome. In fact, because this is quick detach, I can probably make this easier just by doing it this way. Plus, I got a shit ton of, ooh, I got some other 42 mil straps. I could put it on an orange. That'd look good on an orange NATO strap. That'd look, oh, and that is a 22 mil, isn't it? Yes, it is. Or maybe this is a 20. Well, either way, I've got some 22 mils. That could look really good on an orange NATO strap. I think that would look fantastic. And then I've got some other straps. I got tons of stuff here. But I think I got the right choice. Of the straps that they had, I think that I definitely got the right ones. So there you have it. I told you I was going to keep this one short. This is beautiful. I'm going to go set the date and time on this bad boy. Nice second hand. It's not, I'll tell you what I like about the second hand. It's not smooth. It's not a smooth sweeping second hand like you have on the Belova Precisionists. But it's also not chunk, chunk, chunk. Like, that's a nice movement. That is beautiful. This one may be the one that ends up on my wrist the most. I mean, I love these other watches, so I will make sure that they are heavy in my rotation. I think these in some ways are a bit more bold when you want to kind of make it a statement and draw attention to your wrist. But when you just want a nice, classic, robust-looking watch that looks good, it's got these really nice design elements to it that really kind of draw your eye in, and you're looking at the depth, especially when I get this out in the sun. That blue is going to go whoosh and pop. I think this is going to be, in some ways, just as good, but look at that polish on the edge on that bevel. Again, apologize for the shitty iPhone, not able to friggin', if you get too close, it has trouble focusing. It's nowhere near as good as the Pixel of the Samsung. And then you got the nice stainless on the side. You've got the back with the sapphire crystal up front. That is awesome looking. So I'm going to go set this. I got some stuff to do. Hope you enjoyed the video. Go watch my other ones where I spend a bit more time talking about the company. This one I just wanted to do just about the watch so it's not repetitive like the other ones. But go check them out, man. These guys are making absolutely fantastic products that are a bit different than anything else I've seen. I mean, you figure after a while, it's a circle. How different can it be from other designs? But they are thinking outside the box. They went rectangular with curved glass and just, they got some neat stuff, man. So go check them out. And if you like the smaller size and you're like, oh, I'm looking for a diving bezel or something, look out their 41 mil diver in the Tiffany blue. You might go, ooh, Tiffany blue? No, dude, it's awesome. If it was offered in 44, I would have bought it. 41 is going to be a little too small for me. I'm hoping at some point in the future they do it in a 44. But the screw in, really nice. The knurling on that thing, like this thing is stout. This thing is sturdy. You don't feel like you're going to bend or you're putting pressure on it or you're trying to pinch to get grip. Like there's some nice knurling in there to where you can really wind it up or set the time. Yeah. All right, so we'll set it for the 25th and then roll it past midnight to make sure I've got my AM PM right. But nice positive clicks. 25. Nice, yeah, when you pull it out, it's like you pull, it doesn't, sometimes they feel a little mushy in between. These are like chunk, chunk, chunk. Nice positive clicks. So we got to go past midnight, see if that rolls us. Nope. That was noon. Let's get us to the next day. It should click over to the 26th. Boom. And now let's go around to 1236. Probably be 1237 by the time we get there. So it's 1236 and a half. Yeah. Push it in. Screws in really smooth, not gritty. So the threads are nice and clean. Oh, it's gorgeous. Love it. Gonna wear it. Anyway, everybody, go watch my other videos. Give these guys a shot. Buy one for your collection. If you want something that's, yeah, you can't go wrong with a Seiko and Orients and all the other brands I've reviewed. Yeah, they're all fantastic watches. It's almost hard to buy a bad watch these days, right? But if you want something different, if you want something that someone put thought in and said, we don't want to just create a knockoff of a Rolex. Even Seiko does. There you go, look at certain watches, certain brands. They take design language and elements from others. And it's hard to find something this day with so many options that are actually different. These guys are doing it, and they're doing it well. So check them out.